Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is a 2002 fantasy film directed by Chris Columbus and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures. It is based on J.K. Rowling's 1998 novel of the same name, acts as a sequel to the first Philosopher's Stone and the second installment in the film series. It was written by Steve Kloves and produced by David Heyman. The film stars Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, Rupert Grint as Ron Weasley, Emma Watson as Hermione Granger, as well as a lot of other people. And it's also obviously Maggie Smith, Alan Rickman, Tom Felton, and Bonnie Wright, and just so many characters. And it's also the last film to feature Richard Harris's Albus Dumbledore due to his death that same year. And what's the film about? Well, it's literally after the events of the first one, and Harry returns to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry after the summer holiday. However, a lot of weird stuff happens, from an house staff warning him not to return, to a whole conspiracy involving the heir of Slytherin, who apparently might have opened a Chamber of Secrets, unleashing a monster that petrifies the school. Harry and his friends must investigate and solve the mystery as to who the true heir of Slytherin is and what he wants. What is his endgame? Now, the film was released in theatres in the UK and the US on the same day of November 15th, 2002, and became a critical and commercial success, grossing $879 million at the box office. It was the second highest grossing film of 2002 behind Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. The film was nominated for many awards, including the BAFTA Award for Best Production Design, Best Sound, and Best VFX. Special VFX. It was followed by 6 sequels, obviously. And what do I think about this film? Well, let's talk about the good. I obviously, this is another film I grew up with and had the VHS of it at home, and yeah, this film is pretty good, like I mean, I know I've read the books and I know what's happened afterwards, and I've seen this film many times, but rewatching it, you just gotta love these films. Like, I really do like all these child characters, and I feel like they are starting to come into their roles a little bit more now. Like, I really do like, like, I do like the plot of this film, like, obviously, and the book as well. But like, if we're talking about the film has more of an urgency. Like, it's straight off the bat. It's like the entire plot is the entire film from start, middle, and end. Unlike the first movie where it was like just introducing you to the world and all that, this one was like, you know the world, so let's just get on with the story. And I like that. It felt more focused. And yeah, I really do like, you gotta love Dobby. He says grey house stuff, and even though this film was made back in 2002, the CGI was pretty good. From Dobby to the snake on the ground, like, they were all really great. It's nice seeing these actors start to grow up a little bit. Like, you hear Harry and Ron's voice starting to deepen a little bit. It's kind of weird, and but you just gotta love it. You really do have to really praise it. I also think the VFX have improved. Like, the Quidditch sequence does look a lot better and it looks a lot cleaner as well. It looks really nice. They've made changes from the books, which I've noticed, but they're not all bad changes. Like, I do like, okay, there are changes that don't really make sense, but you do kind of like understand it in a way, like Hermione knowing what a mudblood is and getting upset about it. I mean, on the one hand, you'd think, why would she get upset about what a mudblood is? This is a Wizarding World slang, and she never grew up in the Wizarding World, so she would never have known that. And in the book, she doesn't know what it is, and she doesn't get offended. But in the film, she's so offended by it. It's like, maybe she read it in a book. Who knows? It's also great to see Jason Isaac as Lucius Malfoy's like father. Like, this guy is just, you think Draco is bad, but whew, you start to understand why Draco is the way he is. Like, you have his father who's just a billion times worse. He's just nasty and slimy and racist and is horrible, but Jason Isaac portrays him really well. And then you have Kenneth Branagh, who's the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, and reading the book and then watching the film, he really portrayed this, Grindel Lockhart really well. This, spoiler alert, he's a fraud in a way. And the funny thing is that throughout the film, you actually do it kind of foreshadows that he is a fraud. You know, when the pixies escape in that class of his, he just runs away. He doesn't even do anything. He tries to spell, it doesn't work. And then when he tries to make the snake disappear, it's like, you know, it doesn't work. And yeah, you can see it all happening in a way. I love John Williams' score in this film. It's so nostalgic and wonderful. And again, I watched it on VHS, and it's nice to watch it in Blu-ray, seeing the wide ratio and seeing a lot of the scenes you missed out. And I flipping love it. The final fight against Harry and Tom Riddle was amazing. Well, not really against him, against his snake was amazing. I remember being very surprised and shocked that Tom Riddle was Voldemort when I was a kid watching this film. It really didn't register, and I was just like, whoa, this is shocking stuff. Like, but I flipping loved it. I loved all of it. Again, I'm always gonna say I did like Richard Harris's Dumbledore. You know, the poor guy, you can really see that he was really straining, you know, in this role. But I still like this version of Dumbledore in a way. You know, it felt more true to the books in a way, and yeah, flipping great. You know, and there's a lot of great sequences. You know, a lot of fun sequences that they adapted really well. It may not be portrayed exactly as the book, but they adapted it in a way that made it more fun and engaging as a cinema piece. You know, I love like the flying car sequence. I like them, you know. Oh, the spider sequence in this film is horrifying. Like, ooh, it's creepy. I remember as a kid just being creeped out by that whole scene. If you're afraid of spiders, don't watch this film. It's terrifying. You know, it's really, really, really creepy. And yeah, you feel bad for Harry in this film, you know, because everyone is thinking that he's the heir of Slytherin and making people being petrified. And it is sad, you know. It's like, oh, you know, in the books, it's really ramped up a lot more in the books, you know. And yeah, you have the polyjuice potion sequence. I thought that was really fun, you know. It's great to see the actors who play Crabbe and Goyle do something apart from being Malfoy's henchman in a way. And yeah, Hagrid is also great in this film. I love the time travel when he went back in time, and just so much cool stuff in this film, you know. I don't know, it's just I don't know, it's a great film and it has a nice ending. It's a nice ride, you know. I really enjoyed it. But for me, in terms of mixed aspects of the film, not negatives, it's more mixed. And I would probably say the irony is that even though this was the shortest book, this ended up being the longest movie. It ran over 161 minutes, which is cutting close to nearly 3 hours. And yeah, but out of all the movies, this is the most faithful movie to the books. You know, it felt more true to the books, and it felt like, yeah, this really did feel more like the books in a way, you know, because it's a short book, so they could easily adapt it, you know. And that's pretty much it. I really don't hate this film, you know. Maybe the CGI derby does get a bit weird and it's a bit awkward at times, but apart from that, this is a great flick, you know. I don't have any problems with it. For now, I'm gonna give this film I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an A. Go check it out right now. It's a great flick. But thanks for watching this review. Please like and share this video and comment down below and tell me what's your favourite Harry Potter flick. With that said, thanks for watching as always. Boyd Review signing out.